Live at 10.
And we begin tonight with a local connection to the Russian interference in the 2016 election. Good evening, I'm Craig Agrelli. Jenny is off tonight. Earlier today, a federal grand jury returned an indictment against a dozen Russian intelligence officers. They are accused of hacking into the Clinton campaign and Democratic Party emails. Prosecutors say they released tens of thousands of stolen and politically damaging communications. But there is no allegation this changed the outcome or altered the vote. Tonight we've learned, though, that one of the Democratic candidates whose email got hacked was former Omaha Congressman Brad Ashford. Ashford made the announcement on social media. New at 10 reporter Maya Signs on when he knew about the breach. Maya.
Yeah, Craig, former Congressman Ashford is out of state tonight, but I was able to talk to him on the phone. Ashford says he was informed of the hacking by Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi back in July of 2016 during his re-election campaign. He said he thought bringing up the hacking then would be a distraction to his campaign. A dozen Russian military intelligence officers were indicted Friday for trying to interfere with the 2016 presidential election.
First, they used a scheme known as spear phishing, which involves sending misleading email messages. Second, the defendants hacked into computer networks and installed malicious software that allowed them to spy on users.
Some Democrats' emails were compromised, including former Nebraskan Congressman Brad Ashford's.
This was an attack by Russians military on the most important thing we have is our democracy, our free and fair elections. And so I think in my lifetime, this is it. This is about as bad as it gets.
Ashford says he doesn't know what information from his campaign emails was used and doesn't believe it affected local results.
What the Russians did had an impact on the Democratic turnout across the country. I don't know what effect it had in my district. Obviously, the Russians are more concerned about Clinton.
Ashford says the upcoming meeting between President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin should be canceled unless he is willing to publicly confront Putin on the election meddling.
I think it's deadly serious. I think it isn't Republican Democrat. I think our country and our freedoms are at stake here, and our president needs to stand up to the Russians. And if he doesn't, I think it weakens us, especially with our allies.
I reached out to Congressman Don Bacon, who defeated Ashford in 2016, for his reaction to today's revelation. He said it certainly brings the situation much closer to home, knowing former Congressman Ashford's emails were hacked as part of a large pool of emails that were downloaded. Any congressman or candidate that emailed the Democratic Party in Washington was targeted and would have had those emails compromised. I'll have more on what Ashford and Bacon said on our website, 3newsnow.com.